Hi, my name is Rebecca and welcome to Yarn and Pajamas. Today is episode number 2 of Stitch Your Library. And Stitch Your Library is a collaboration that I'm doing along with Terry at the Yarn Joy podcast. So essentially what Stitch Your Library is going back and making projects from patterns that you already own that's already in your library. So your library, like if you're like me, it consists of multiple layers. So I have like books, I have magazines, I have like pamphlets, those leaflets that you can pull off of the shelves at like Hobby Lobby and Joann. I have electronic magazines. I have PDF patterns that I've purchased from Etsy or gotten for free from people's, blogs. I have pins and Pinterest. I have stuff downloaded in Ravelry. So I have like this massive collection of patterns, both virtual and in real life, that are bound and printed and on a shelf. But I tend to forget about patterns a lot. Like I will be excited scrolling, like going through a book in the store and be like, ooh, I want to make this and this and this. And then I decide to purchase that book because there's so much in it that I want to make. And I get it home and I either throw it in a tote, it goes on the shelf, or it gets piled up, with stuff. And then I forget and I move on. I get what I call the glitter eye about other projects, and I just forget about that I had the glitter eye for those projects. So that's what Stitch Your Library is. It's just going to your bookshelf and pulling off a book and be like, I'm going to make this. Or getting on your Pinterest board and being like, I'm going to make this. That's all it is. So if you guys want to join in, and we encourage you to, it's just going to your library and picking something out. Because you don't have to make the same thing that I'm making or the same thing that Terry's making. It can be anything that you already own in your own library. But if you want to make the pattern that I'm making now or for the future, I did put a link down below to an electronic version of my pattern because it's kind of an older one. Okay, so that's explaining Stitch Your Library. And I'm going to, from now on, call it SYL because I have a hard time saying the word library. I don't know if you guys have noticed that, but it does not roll off my tongue very easily. So I'm going to try to say it as less as possible because it's going to start coming out as library, like library, B-U-R-Y, library. So I'm just going to say SYL when I refer to Stitch Your Library. There we go. Okay, so 2 weeks ago, we hung out together and we crocheted a little bit. And what we crocheted on, I got from this magazine right here. It's called Love of Crochet, and it's the Winter 2015 edition. Now, I did purchase this magazine. Yeah, I ripped her name off. At a thrift store for a whole quarter, and it had a lot of winter items in it, a lot of sweaters, a lot of scarves, a lot of hats. So I went ahead and picked it up because you really can't go wrong with that stuff. Now the pattern that I did pick out of here is called the Warm Winter Wrap by Melissa Leitman, and here's it in the book. And I will pop in some pictures of it here for you to take a closer look. So that's what we worked on. Now we did go outside and crochet, and it was a little windy, so I didn't really get a whole lot done, but I am a slow crocheter, so I don't really crochet that fast anyways. But I picked this little bag up at a yard sale a couple weeks ago. It is a 31 bag. I got it for a whole $1. Can you believe that? And look at these little pockets in the front. I was super excited. And it looks brand new. But in here has been living my project. Let me pull it out. So for my project, I'm doing the warm winter wrap, like I said. I just threw my hook in the floor. And I kicked you guys. I'm sorry. I'm a hot mess today, guys. So here is what I have done of the wrap so far. Like I said, it's not really a whole lot because I do crochet very slowly. But see that little orange doohickey down there? That's where we stopped at when we were crocheting 2 weeks ago. And this is how much I've gotten done. I am using a 4mm hook. I believe that's an H hook. Is that right? No, it's a G hook. I'm using a 4mm G hook. And the yarn that I'm using here is Yarn Bee. That's very glary. Yarn Bee Must Be Merino, and the color is teal. Oops, knocked my water off. Let me show you a nice close-up of these stitches because they are very pretty. Look at that. That's going to be so pretty. Now this yarn is so soft and squishy when it's working on. This thing is going to be gorgeous. So the yarn itself, I don't think I told you guys the last time, but it's 50% merino wool, 25% acrylic, and 25% nylon. So it is very soft and very squishy. One thing I have noticed about it though is it's very slippery. So it's like sometimes I have a hard time crocheting with it. And it is a tad bit on the splitty side. Not as bad as Caron Simply Soft or Chepier's Color Crafter, but it does split a little. Maybe if I had a bigger hook, it wouldn't split as much, but... So this is what I have left of my first skein. It's almost gone. Yeah. Now here's one thing I have decided to do. I noticed that I really was not working on it very much, just like a few minutes, you know, here and there. So I have tasked myself with working on it for at least 45 minutes to an hour a day. Now, will I get that every day? Probably not. But that's the goal that I'm going to strive for. And, you know, I'm not going to beat myself up if I don't, you know, meet my goal or whatever. But that's what I'm going to strive for is, you know, 45 minutes to an hour a day. And once I decided to do that, I have done it every day. I put on something to watch, you know, and I crochet. Now, do I crochet the full amount of time? Probably not, because I'll get interested in my show and I'll be like, what? And go like that for 10 minutes and then be like, oh yeah, I was crocheting. But I've really been enjoying working on it. It's a 4-row repeat, so it's super easy. I think I just about have it memorized. Excuse me, now. So that's good. And that's all I have. So you guys come back in 2 weeks and see my progress on what I've made so far. And again, I'm making this for my friend Danette, for her, because she's being a sissy lala and being all cold all of the time in the office. Except for this week, she was warm, so yeah, so she can just wrap up. It'd be like a little mini blanket she can wrap up over there, and I can still have it cool, and she can be a little bit on the warmer side. She's really gonna like this, because I'm telling you guys, this is like squeezing a marshmallow. It's really nice. Okay, so we'll see you guys in 2 weeks, and if you like this collaboration that we're doing and like this video, you can give me a thumbs up if you want to, and don't forget to comment down below. I love reading your comments. You can comment anything. You can say, you know, whatever. Tell me about your day, what you're working on, you know, if you're going and picking out a, you know, pattern from your library, like what you're going to pick and where you picked it from, and you know what colors you're going to use. And if you're not subscribed and you want to be, you can hit the subscribe button, and that way you can just, you know, keep coming back and seeing how the SYL is going we do it every 2 weeks, so from, you know, week to week how our progress is going. I want to say, you know, stay crocheting, stay warm, stay cool, stay happy, and stay healthy. And I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.